Welcome back to Living for His Glory podcast. I've got two guests with me today. They're not in frame yet because they're dramatic. But I got Trevor Johnson and I got Draegen Majors over here. And here they are coming back into frame if you're watching the video version of this. Draegen, get in here.
Sorry, here I am.
These two are some very dear friends to me. I've gotten to know them somewhat well the last year. They work with an organization called CGF, College Golf Fellowship.
That's right.
And so we do a weekly Bible study with them every Wednesday, and they are absolutely fantastic. We've been going through the Beatitudes lately, which has been great. This was Sermon on the Mount. We went beyond the Beatitudes last week, but
Yeah.
our good friend Draegen over here handled the Beatitudes, and he handled them beautiful.
Hey, look at that. Well done.
I know, it works well. Trevor hasn't spoken in a while.
I did. You just didn't come to the one study.
Wow.
You
actually true.
Salt and light.
You spoke at Taziki's?
I did.
He sure did.
Salt and the light.
I didn't want to go to Taziki's. Salt and Light. That is a good one to go to though.
So Taziki's is rough. It's rice and chicken. It's
Just
it's tough. It's a tough.
I'm too fat to handle healthy food like that. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing that day, but I definitely was probably like, Trevor's teaching today. Probably teaching today. Get out of here. I can't listen to a guy that played for Louisville.
Wow.
University in the state of Kentucky.
No, it's just not.
Hey, what happened in football and basketball this year?
Okay, football, Kentucky football, just not even worth mentioning. Okay. Basketball, I'm glad you got one. You got 1 year, one game out of the many others we demolished.
Hey, this is starting a new streak.
Starting a new streak, really. It's a one-win streak.
Well, you got to start with one before you can get two.
Yeah.
You ever look at the game? Like, I don't know if you ever played like 2K or something. You finally win a game. It says win streak 1, and it's going to end right there.
What's 2K?
Like NBA 2K, like the video game. God, you're so old, Draegen. I'll tell you, I'm really excited to get into this, just because I know the two guys that you are. This is going to be a really fun episode. I can't wait for the banter. Starting off with Draegen not knowing his way around and just being late in general.
Seems like an indictment.
It is an indictment. It might be an indictment. I don't know the definition of the word.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding. I know what an indictment
Do you know who Thomas Jefferson is?
Yes, I know who Thomas Jefferson is.
Was he our 4th president?
He's our 3rd president.
Wow. Congratulations.
Jeez.
Inside joke.
It is an inside
Here
joke.
at Living for His Glory.
Yeah, that was an offline joke that we made earlier.
Yeah. We were just soaring around like falcons throughout the library, looking at different books.
All the marble all over the top of the floor.
Yep. Basically just did a belly flop right in the center.
Truly.
Right down on
right
some
here
Jefferson
in the library. Amazing.
I don't doubt it for a second. You two cannot be trusted by yourselves. I had to come out and get you. Now I'm babysitting you two together.
What can I say? It's a podcast. It's a party. Let's get into this. Let's give them something.
I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. When we were talking about just discussion, we just summed it up. We're just going to talk about life, golf, faith, and keep it under that umbrella. One thing I'd like to get into first is just a little background. Y'all's faith background. Honestly, I don't know how you guys came to CGF in the first place. Because my freshman year, neither you two were there. It's just Will Kane and Ben Crane. That's all. That was all we had freshman year.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't there very consistently, very much sophomore year when you were getting there and you were getting there later. But I'm curious about just background, how you guys got into CGF, your faith backgrounds, that kind of thing.
Go for it.
Okay. My name is Draegen Majors. I am from Northeast Oklahoma. College golf at SMU from 2006 to 2010. Weaving in all of those topics into one. Come to college, and I had graduated from high school, and I saw the movie Animal House for the first time. I'm 37, if that gives you an indication of my movie choices. But you see Animal House, and I go, I want to be a PGA Tour player while being those guys. And so that was really my objective. Those are my 2 objectives when I was in college, and I tried hard to achieve both of those. And I woke up at some point my senior year just with my head in my hands going, man, the summation of my choices for 3.5 years has led to pain, has led to not a ton of good memories, not a ton of good friends, not any good dating relationships. And by God's grace, our team at SMU, there was the president and CEO of College Golf Fellowship, lived like 30 minutes from our campus. And so we did a Bible study with our team every single week that I attended due to my friendship with him. His name is Brad Payne. And Brad really displayed this, what I know now is just Christian living. And it was really attractive to a guy who had never seen it before. especially displayed in a man in his 40s. And I think he was like in his mid-40s at the time. And I just went, I don't know men like you. I don't know men that laugh like you. I don't know men that play like you. I don't know men that are as well respected as you. And so I just began asking questions, and every time I would ask questions, what he would do is he would open up his Bible more deeply to me, and when he did, he exposed what I like to call the authentic Jesus. The Jesus that is with me, is for me, isn't a cosmic police officer, which I always thought if you don't have sex, you don't do drugs, and you're typically morally good, then you would be accepted. That didn't seem very fun for me. And that God seemed overbearing to me and not relational and personal to me. And so when I saw the personal God displayed in the scriptures, I went, oh my gosh, I got to get to know that God. And in doing so, I just got introduced to some wonderful people who loved God, but then also lived it out in such a way that was really attractive and consistent. And God really transformed my heart pretty much at graduation, my senior year of college in 2010. And I'm a passionate guy, and I was excited about displaying that authentic Jesus to college golfers like me. Graduated from college in 2010 and immediately got a job working for a company in Oklahoma City, which is about 4 hours north, that I ran to. And in doing so, I had some pre-existing relationships both at Oklahoma State and OU, and Oklahoma State and University of Oklahoma. And so at that point in time, after work, I would go to both of those schools and just do Bible studies with those college teams. And about pretty close to a year after doing that on the side, that turned into a full-time position. So I started at College Golf Fellowship in 2012 in Oklahoma. So I went from CGF in Oklahoma to CGF in Dallas.
Oh.
And then I got married to my now wife, who is from just north of Nashville. We got married in 2020 in Dallas, had 2 kids in Dallas, and then recently, this past summer, decided to move to Nashville to continue to do CGF here. So we've been here since June of 25 doing CGF and have loved it. I've gotten to... It's okay connecting with guys like this. Kidding. But yeah, that's my story at CGF.
Good. I didn't know that you were in Dallas. How long are you in Dallas?
Off and on. I was in Dallas from 2006 to 2010, and then from 2018 to 2025.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really cool. I like Dallas. It's a good area.
Loved it.
I go down there like once a year.
Do you?
Yeah. That's where Rise Up Kings is. So I go down there for their events.
Oh, wow.
Every summer.
Go Cowboys.
Oh, no.
Go Cowboys.
I don't think he knows I'm a 49ers fan, does he? So you tell me I'm sitting here with a Cowboys fan and a U of L guy. As a Kentucky fan and a Niners fan. We might just end this podcast early. I don't know if I can do this for an hour.
Kentucky cheering on the San Francisco 49ers. That sounds bandwagony. But that's fine.
Hold on.
No, Trevor.
So
I want to hear from you.
Yeah, let's hear from Trevor. Let's not get into the weeds of
We can label him as that. That's fine.
Hold on.
Everybody
I
has.
I can clear that up later.
Yeah. No, my story, I grew up here in Nashville and I grew up a big Louisville Cardinal fan.
For some reason.
I went up to the games and, man, I wanted to be a Louisville Cardinal. And there was a guy there, probably one of the greatest coaches in college basketball, Rick Pitino, and I wanted to play for him. And that was my dream. And about freshman year, I realized, man, a little short, don't shoot the ball particularly well. I'm decently good at defense, but
everyone needs a scrappy defender.
I wasn't able to get to Louisville for basketball. So I said, man, if I want to get to Louisville, how am I going to do it? And turn my attention to golf and kind of put all my eggs in that basket. And through that time, University of Louisville had tremendous success under a guy by the name of Tom Jurich as the athletic director, and really built out Floyd Street there at Louisville, University of Louisville Golf Club, going to the ACC and had championships. And so there was a really high bar there. And my senior year ended up being able to go there, signed to go to the University of Louisville for golf. And when I got there, the weight of the expectations of trying to live up to all these championships was really suffocating me, and started caring about what coach thought, my teammates thought, and living and dying by my score. And so for a number of years, really battled anxiety really hard throughout the golf world.
Yeah.
Going to tournaments and just getting really wrapped up in it, and thought about quitting the game, and tried basically everything. And from breathing to sauna to exercising to seeing the psychiatrist, and he ended up putting me on some medicine, and I didn't like that medicine, But for the next year and a half, I had to take it for golf to fall asleep before the night of a tournament.
Wow.
And didn't feel good the next morning, but I get to my senior year and we're at Duke's event, and a CGF guy by the name of Corky Kemp, who is out of North Carolina, comes and does a Bible study on the championship mindset. And I go to it. And basically what it laid out was basically what your identity is, what the world says your identity is, rather, versus what God says your identity is. Mm-hmm. And for the first time I really saw I had an identity problem. And that night was the first night in over that year period that I didn't have to take the medicine to fall asleep. And I went, what is that? I wonder why. And so throughout the next couple of years, got to know William Kane here in Nashville, coming back over summer, and just through some family situations and some things that transpired, really got close with him. And he just every single time kept pointing me back to the gospel, kept pointing me back to the Bible, kept encouraging me. And going to his Friday morning Bible study at Brentwood Country Club and going through the book of Ephesians and saying, man, I'm dead in my trespasses and sins. Oh, wow. Okay, what's that mean? Man, I don't want to be a child of wrath. How do I get in on this? And so just throughout that time really grew. And then after I got done at Louisville, I played 3.5 years of professional golf and, man, knocked on the door a lot, but never really was able to walk through that. Was a stage short several times at Q School, missed a number of Monday qualifiers by a shot, won in a playoff. And so after that 3.5 year period, sat down with William Kane, and he offered me an internship just over a year ago. So I've been interning with CGF since. So it's been fun and been a great addition having Draegen come to Nashville midway through last year and being able to do ministry with him. It's been a blessing having him.
It has been. When I met him this past fall, I was like, who is this guy? I can vibe with you. Like, you're fun. You are fun to be around. I do look forward.
Very true.
Yes, I do look forward.
I know how to turn it on.
Yes. That's good. That's really good. I kind of relate to you, Trevor, a lot. I went to a high school that had a good golf program. Even when we were, like, I think their last state championship was when I was in, like, middle school or something. So we hadn't won one in a while, or elementary school, whatever it was. But we still remained pretty good, and the standard was state championship.
Sure.
And so senior year, we got runners up, and then I came here. Now, we are not as prestigious of a school as U of L, I'll call them. I can't say the name. I just can't do it. As a Kentucky fan, I can't do it. But I definitely understand the pressure of that high standard, because I thought maybe I could help raise our golf team to that kind of standard. And turned out to be different than what I thought it was going to be. Identity is a big issue. It's a big issue that we face, and it's one that you guys at CGF cover pretty frequently.
Yeah.
I remember one night in September. Do you guys remember the Tuesday night that we had with the Corn Ferry?
Yeah.
So most times we do Wednesday night, but we had a Corn Ferry event in town, and we did it on Tuesday night. Guys like Neil Shipley showed up.
Sure.
I think that's the night I met you, Draegen.
Might be.
It might have been.
Might be.
Early in the fall. That might have been the night we met. It was a great night.
Yeah, it was. It
And
was a lot of fun.
It was. Yeah, and I don't remember exactly the details of where Kane spoke out of.
Ecclesiastes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you still remember. All right. It's still, there we go. It's still powerful. But I remember the message I took away from it was a huge identity one. Was a huge, I'm playing from something and not for something.
Yeah.
And then I show up to qualify the next day. I play like one of the best.
94.
No, I shot 68.
Whoa.
Shot 68. It was our last round of qualifying. Went to our tournament as our one man. Played in, then finished the tournament as our one man as well. Haven't played a tournament since, which is true.
Whoa.
Which is true. But I like that kind of. It's game changing. Like, how did that transform your game once you started really solving that identity issue?
Yeah, I think, like I said, when I was wrapped up in what my coach thought about me, what my teammates thought about me, the opinions of just so many different people, it suffocated me.
Yeah.
And when I realized, man, I was making golf an idol.
Yeah.
And the only thing that should be on the throne of my heart is God.
Yeah.
And so when I was able, didn't happen right there right away, but for the first time I saw, my goodness, this isn't living up to what I think it is. And I think Webb Simpson says it really well. An idol will, if you don't get it, never let you down. And then when you do get it, it won't fully satisfy. And so when I started thinking about that, over the next year, I played some of the best golf of my life. Not always do you play better golf, but sometimes it can lead to that. And it just freed me up. It allowed me to go out and say, man, my greatest problem is solved. All I can do is go out and compete and give my all. And at the end of the day, Lord, let your will be done. And what do you want me to learn from today?
Absolutely.
And it just freed me to go out and compete. I think that's really the difference over that year in my golf game.
That's good. That's awesome. Do you resemble that a little bit, Draegen? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just identity is, gosh, you'll find that the temptation to place your identity in something other than God can be anything and everything. Specifically, we're talking specifically about college golf and that experience. Just when you think you've got it honed in, you can remember this, just when you're like, oh yeah, for sure, my identity's in the right spot. Then you snap hook one in the water, and that next 3 minutes that you're walking to go drop, and two of you guys you're competing with, 310 down the middle, that 3-minute walk is a reminder of, no, it's not. It's still anchored in how I play and what I do. So it's just a battle. Still, for me, I still struggle for that. I think the Lord has grown me a bunch to where I by no means have tasted success that others have, but I've also tasted more success than some have had. And in doing so, I think I have been exposed to just golf is an odd game.
Yeah.
When you achieve, the moments after you achieve are really fleeting and weird.
Yeah.
When it's at its most glorious, it's most fun while it's happening, and then when it's over, and you're kind of like, what do I do now?
Yeah. I walked away from that golf course after the 68 and qualifying, and I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go eat dinner with my teammates.
Yeah, there's a humility that you have, but then there's also an arrogance that you have, and then you feel weird to talk about it.
Yeah. They're like,
I think the Lord's been really gracious to me to be more exposed to that, to where it is easier for me in the moment to go, hey, God's bigger than this. God's more important than me snap hooking the water right now. Does not define who I am in my relationships. Me hitting 2 career shots and making the putt for eagle does not define who I am. It's just more fun.
yeah.
So I still am wrestling with that, what that looks like practically. I think in terms of teaching college kids, we can say those things all along. But watching God transform my heart, someone else's heart, really and truly, to see Jesus as more lovely is the key. As my affections are stirred for our Lord, then my identity falls more in the correct place. I'm not searching as easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I never played professional golf. I did feel very freed from the competitive landscape of college golf. I was one of those kids that really struggled in my 4 years of college, and as soon as I graduated, I felt the freedom then to go, and I felt the freedom to underperform, which gave me the freedom then to perform.
Yeah.
And I had some really fun years.
Yeah. That will probably be me when I graduate. I had a really good friend of mine in high school, went to go play 2 years at Cincinnati. And then after his sophomore year, he was like, I'm done. And then he came home for the summer, and he played our course up there. And
Just tore it up.
Yeah, it was rare that he didn't break even. And I'm just like, that wasn't happening at Cincinnati. But
Yeah,
like
it's so funny. It's a weird game in the fact of when you start to play to enjoy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you don't throw a fit when you hit bad shots or emotional reactions. Sure. But when you play and you really begin to enjoy it, it just changes. It just changes things. Trevor said, I love that. It doesn't always mean, as my identity is more and more in the right place, it doesn't mean that I for sure will play better golf. But man, it oftentimes does. So.
Yeah. And if you don't, it changes your life. Like I said, I haven't played a tournament since September. My first tournament of the year, I haven't played since then. I think we've had 5.
We got to get you back in that lineup.
I know, I'm trying.
Coach, if you're listening, come on. Give the guy a chance.
Well, Draegen, I got to earn it. I'm in the hunt right now with qualifying. We have qualifying today and tomorrow, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the hunt. So
Blowing 25 miles an hour, mostly out of the north.
Good. My opponent played worse than me in the wind.
There it is.
Got to have that mindset. Yeah. So I think I've missed 5 tournaments now, which just sucks. Because one thing is I will always be a competitor. Yeah. It's who I am. That's the kind of atmosphere I grew up in. Mm-hmm. I grew up around a bunch of golfers that went to go play D1. Gray Golf. Yeah. He doesn't show up on Wednesdays much anymore. I get on him for that. Actually, you'll love this. On Friday, we were supposed to go meet for dinner after practice. Okay. But because this week Belmont's on spring break. Mm-hmm. He left to go home and didn't tell me until I texted him asking when we were going to meet. And so I've got to go get him.
Yeah, you do.
How do you have spring break when nothing has sprung?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
I don't know. Like, starting spring break at the very end of February, like first week of March, I think that's weird to me. So, hey, it's February 27th. I'm home for spring break. That just doesn't sound. Ours is next week, so it's second week of March. I think that's
Maybe
a good.
hit better.
It's a good. A lot can happen in a week.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's awesome. That's good. Trevor, you look like you have something to say.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking on that identity thing. I remember Webb Simpson said this story, and I think the Christian mindset can be mislabeled. And so the first thing I want to share this Webb story and what Scottie said, but I think and I might not get it perfectly correct, but when Webb won his U.S. Open at Olympic, in the 17th fairway, he looked at Paul and he looked at him and said something along the line. I don't remember what year it was. He looked at Paul and said, "Hey, who won the 1963 U.S. Open?" And Paul looked at him and was like, "What are you talking about? I have no idea." And Webb said something along the lines of, "Yeah, in 30 years, no one's going to remember this. Let's just go play freely and go do it." And I think
That's
I
awesome.
think that's like such a perfect example of what we chase after is so fleeting.
Yeah.
There's only one permanent thing in this life. And Scottie, I think, said it really well before his first Masters. He said, "If I win this golf tournament, it will change my life on the golf course, but it won't change my personal life at home. Winning the golf tournament isn't going to satisfy my soul or my heart.
Yeah.
I know that going in, so I'm able to play freely, knowing that the rest isn't really up to me. I'm just going to do my best." And I think that's like Scottie has that down so well. And you heard before the Open this year, his comments about winning, like, it's fleeting. I've worked so hard for this, and next week I got to put a ball on a tee and peg it up again.
Yeah.
And I think there's a freedom in saying, like the Bible says in one translation, 1 Corinthians, I think it's 9:24, run in such a way that you may win. And another verse says, whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, do for the glory of God. So I think we have a calling and a command to go out and pursue it with all of our heart, not just lay back and go, "Oh, well, maybe it'll happen."
Yeah.
Like, we're called to go out there and chase it and give our all and practice and do everything we can. But at the end of the day, open hands saying, "All right, Lord, let me go do my best. But as I said earlier, let your will be done."
Yeah, it's hard to, I will say this, sorry, jumping in.
No,
It is hard to, I remember early on walking with the Lord, and still at times struggle with what this looks like practically, but the idea of, I'm a Christian now, and so am I just supposed to lay down in my sport?
Yeah.
Am I just supposed to be like laissez-faire, it matters but it doesn't matter kind of deal? And if anything, walking with the Lord, I think what you shared, do all things to the glory of God, has encouraged me to pursue the things that I pursue with excellence.
Yeah.
And do those in such a way. You talked about the Sermon on the Mount earlier. Let your light shine in a way that others will see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a way, bringing up Scottie and guys like Webb, I think there is a uniqueness at which Scottie specifically in our time, is speaking that is revealing good works from his Father, that people are glorifying the Lord.
Yeah.
And not necessarily Scottie. I think they're really confused with him.
Yeah.
So anyway, I appreciate you said that, because practically there can be this like, okay, I'm a Christian now. Am I supposed to just lay down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I just like bag it?
Yeah, I thought about that too.
It's cool that I haven't played the tournament since September. You know, I'm not supposed to want to, but I want to.
Yeah, I've wrestled with that a little bit, and the truth is, I want to go play. Like this next tournament we have, I want to go play in this tournament. I want to so bad.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it's not the end of the world. And so, like, the Bible, like, the faith has this laissez-faire. That's not it. Like, in the Bible, the Christian faith is a faith that still demands excellence. Late January, I think this is the last episode of January, I went to the book of Proverbs. And it talked about the sluggard. It talked about the hardworking man. About the hardworking man, he will one day stand before kings. The sluggard will not reap. I can't remember the exact verses, or else I'd be looking at those right now. But we see it in Proverbs. We see it with doing it for the glory of God. What we see in the Bible is not laissez-faire. It's not lazy.
Yeah.
It's not whatever. Nothing really matters. Now, we talked about Ecclesiastes earlier. Sometimes the language in Ecclesiastes can be nothing really matters. But you got to remember, it says under the sun. It's vapor. I can't remember the Hebrew word for it, but it's like a vapor. Like it's a fog. Like it's there. You can see it. It's tangible, but you can't grab it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've experienced in the world. That's what I'm experiencing right now with college golf, you with professional golf. Like and you had probably more than me and him did. Professional golf, now it's your living. We were just trying to get through school. I'm just trying to get through school. At this point, I'm like, professional golf is just what it is. If I'm good enough to go, then I will. If I'm not, I won't. I'm going to work as hard as I can for at least my team here right now. Yeah. But when you're playing professional golf, it's like
I got to eat.
You got to eat.
Got to eat.
If you're a guy,
pay off these investors.
100%. If you're a guy like Scottie, it's like my family has got to eat. And I really liked. I knew we were gonna bring Scottie in at some point, because I was thinking about that exact quote when you were like when Scottie at the British Open, when you were going into your thing in the first place. I think a really cool element, like I think the faith that Scottie has, it helps him with an element that nobody in golf has really had to deal with before. Not even Tiger. So Tiger had the domination, right? But he was so dominant, there wasn't many people he could be compared to. Jack Nicklaus was absolutely fantastic. I'm sure he may or may not have felt media pressure from that. I don't know. I wasn't alive during the Tiger boom. You were. I know. You remember it well.
What year were you born?
I was born in 2004. Yeah, sure. So when you went into your freshman year of college at SMU, I was 2 years old. Or I was turning 2. Wasn't quite 2 yet. Just to make you feel.
You were in diapers.
I was in diapers. I hope I made you feel old there.
I mean, it's fine.
You're not that much older than me, so it's not as big of a difference for you, is it? What year were you born?
97.
Oh,
Speaking of Tiger.
Man, starts with a 19. That is brutal. But like,
that is brutal.
But it's brutal. But my point being, like, Scottie gets compared to Tiger so much, and Tiger was the golfer. How can you ever be compared to Tiger? He was the golden standard of domination in the game of golf for 10, 15 years.
Totally.
What was his longest streak of being number one?
I don't know.
It was a week.
Isn't he still number one?
What is it? He's not still number one.
Oh, okay.
But he was there for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think anybody else in the world playing at the level Scottie is and facing criticism or feedback about being up there with Tiger Woods or being Tiger-esque or whatever, I think that they can ride that for a very short time, but they can't stay there.
Totally.
And I think Scottie has stayed there better than anybody else. And what he was talking about at the British Open last year was a really perfect example of that. Because whether he's playing like this or he's only making every other cut and barely by that margin, he's got his focus on what is true, what is holy, what is perfect, what is righteous. He's got his focus on something eternal. And he gets to play from that and not for it. He's not playing. He wants to win these tournaments, sure. But it's like he said, it's fleeting. Like it's great for, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? And all of a sudden, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? You know, he's going home to take care of his kids, toddler.
Yeah. Harold Varner won a tournament, and somebody, I can't remember which one it was, you probably do, but they interviewed him shortly after. They go, "What are you going to do tomorrow?" And he goes, "I got to mow my lawn."
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
It was such a humanly moment. It was so funny
Yeah.
of going, Harold Varner's going to be caught in his front yard mowing his lawn tomorrow.
And that's how Bernhard Longer came to faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to
Oh,
the Masters. And the biggest golf tournament of his life. And something that you dream about as a kid and you get it.
It's amazing.
And
Couldn't imagine.
it didn't fully satisfy. And he said, "What is that?" And then went to the tour Bible study the next week and shortly later gave his life to Christ.
Could you imagine winning a major championship and on one hand you like really want to celebrate, but then the other hand you're like, I'm exhausted and I just want to go be by myself for a full day. That weird tension of I know I'm supposed to do one thing but I want to do another, and what do I do with everybody and their dog telling me congratulations?
Yeah,
totally.
I'll never experience that, but I do think it'd be interesting sitting around a table with a bunch of historic champions and asking how they felt in that first hour after.
Yeah. One story. So the history of my podcast, by the way, it started first episode aired a little over 3 years ago. It was December of 2022.
Wow.
So
Still going.
I haven't been very consistent. I've been in and out. This has been by far my most consistent spell. I've been posted every week except for one. And this last month, I took February off.
Okay.
But since June, we've been very consistent, and even then that break was intentional. But one of my earlier episodes was about Deion Sanders. You guys know who Deion Sanders is, primetime?
Heck yeah. Go Cowboys.
Hey, he won with the Niners first.
Go Cowboys.
But here's my point. I'm glad you brought this up. So in '95, he won a Super Bowl with my Niners. Was really happy.
Yeah.
Went to the Cowboys the next year and won it with them. So both of our last Super Bowls were with Deion Sanders, which makes me really sad because it's like 30-something years ago.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Our identity isn't in our sports teams. Sure. When we lost a couple years ago, tears were shed. Tears were shed when the Seahawks won this year, divisional rival. Not fun. But I have to show you guys a picture of me 2 years ago after that loss to the Chiefs. In Super
Did you
Bowl.
know Brock Purdy lives in Nashville now?
Does he really?
He lives in Franklin.
I'm gonna have to meet him.
I actually saw him yesterday.
No, you did.
Scout's honor.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Franklin. Lives in Franklin.
My point being.
So does George Kittle.
Really? You guys
Mind blown here.
You guys are messing.
No.
All right. It's a hand on the Bible. All right. He might not be messing with me.
I'm not messing with you.
But Sanders. So one back.
Deion.
Yeah, Sanders. Deion Sanders won back-to-back Super Bowls with two different teams. And then in '97, the year after, with the Cowboys, he drove his car off like a cliff and tried to kill himself. And yeah, that's true. That's very true. He's talked about it in like podcasts and everything. Yes.
I didn't know that.
And he said the reason was because he was at the top of the sports world. Like, he was the number one athlete in football. If you guys remember, he's a fantastic baseball player too. Like, he's playing professional sport, different sports.
Yep.
He had everything he could ever want: Super Bowls, money. He was good with the ladies.
Was he?
Yes, he was. If you're that famous, you can go with the ladies. I had all the fame, all the attention, but it was just empty. He was at the top of the world. Most people, 99.9% of people could never imagine being in a place that Deion Sanders was in.
Yeah.
True.
And it just was empty.
Yeah.
And it just didn't mean anything. Like, it just was fleeting. And so if he thought, if this is all it is, if this doesn't fulfill me, then nothing will. And it drove him off that cliff. Now, glory of God, saved. Like, he didn't die. Like, God really protected him. And Deion Sanders is now an avid defender of the faith, at least socially. I don't know his personal life, but he's gone on podcasts, whatever, talking about faith. But, like, that story really gets me. And when I heard that in high school, it was really important to me because it was a really tough time. Because I heard it after my senior year had ended. I heard it after I had gone through a really brutal high school sweetheart breakup, right? Yeah. And I just didn't have a lot around me going for me. I'm 18 years old. This is the transition year of my life. Boy becoming a man kind of situation.
Yeah. Belly flopping into the real world.
Belly flopping on the road. Like, just like you guys belly flopping in the library for some reason. You too.
But there was one of those little poofs.
Interesting.
Yeah, we did a rock, paper, scissors for it. We lost.
You two need a chaperone.
Yeah, we really do.
You guys, I should have asked Will Kane to be on here too, just because you guys need a chaperone.
A chaperone.
Chaperone. I just know you were all kinds of fun in high school, Draegen.
Deion?
Yeah, Deion.
What happened with Deion?
Well, that was the end of my Deion story.
Oh, that was Deion.
But I'm thinking about
Pivotal.
But I'm thinking about
For sure, man.
If I'm at
Turf toe.
this interesting what?
He had turf toe.
I'm sure that he did it. I don't know how that
And
contributed.
in his career.
Yeah. Did it really?
Yes.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. Fact check it.
Fact check. I believe you, Draegen. But just really interesting how that really shifted my perspective on what did I hold to such a high esteem.
Sure.
Like, we got senior year, we were runners-up in the state championship, and I really wanted that win. And sometimes still today I think about it, I'm like, what if we had won?
What if?
What
man?
if? But even if we had won it, it wouldn't have changed my life that much.
Yeah.
I would have had a nice little ring on my finger. You know what I mean? I would have appreciated that. We've had a banner, what in the high school gym, whatever, right? But really, would my life be changed that much? And honestly, I don't.
Maybe.
Maybe unlikely.
NIL deal.
Maybe unlikely.
Unlikely, yeah.
Unlikely. Because at the end
One
of the day,
Chipotle burrito a month.
see, why would you live in Nashville?
Hey, side note, this guy can eat some Chipotle. Our Wednesday night.
No, look. So
that Chipotle burrito would be paying dividends for him because he loves some Chipotle.
No, look, Chipotle was okay, but then I moved to Nashville, and somebody introduced me to this place called Baja Burrito. I don't know. You guys ever been to
Baja Burrito.
You guys ever been to Baja Burrito?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's about half as good as chili burrito.
I don't think we can be friends anymore because I'm telling you, like Chipotle used to be acceptable to me. It was never a favorite thing for me, but then I had Baja, and I was like, I just can't look at Chipotle the same way again. Now, also, I'll eat some Chipotle at CGF, but in comparison to Baja, I'm like,
Hey, Baja's solid, but it's no chili beef.
this man just needs a little extra Jesus. Right? Me and you are the holy ones. I mean,
I
he's a
really like Baja.
U of L guy.
But chili burrito is incredible. And we know the guy at Chili
Jason.
Burrito.
Great
He's
guy.
wonderful.
See, it's about the connections there, not actually the
That's
food.
right.
It's the connections.
That's why you love the Cowboys, because Deion Sanders came over.
I don't even know how to take that. I'm just shaking my head at you.
Should we talk about this boo on your hand as you're about to go out to qualifying? Are our listeners concerned?
I guess we could. I was in the ER last night.
Tough pre-round.
Just long story short, I'll try to keep this as clean as I can. I just had an infection that in January, and then it came back this weekend, and so I was
Out of the picture, D-Mage goes when he hears that.
100%. He kind of got out of the
Infection?
camera there.
I got a 3-year-old, 1-year-old. We got it.
No, it's not like a contagious infection. So I was really struggling in qualifying yesterday. Like by the time we finished, I just almost could not walk because it was hurting so bad. And so my coach was like, he gave everybody else, hey, everybody else, go play an extra few holes before dark. And he looked at me, he goes, you're going to get out of here and you're going to go to the doctor's office or ER or something.
Yeesh.
And so I went to the ER. I got there about 5:30. They didn't see me until about 10:30.
Ah.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
I didn't.
So much for an emergency.
Yeah, and then I didn't finish my procedure until 2:30. And then they didn't let me go. They didn't get my discharge and everything ready until about 3:30. And then I had to go to their pharmacy to pick up a bunch of antibiotics. And so I ended up leaving the garage at 4.
Wow.
Got back here at 4:15, sent an email to my professor, had an 8 a.m. today, and I said, hey, I'm not going to come. So I'm just going to put it out for you. Like I asked for a doctor's note. They didn't
NCAA, do not listen to this.
Who is it?
The NCAA, skipping class. No,
Oh,
I'm just joking.
yeah. I'm like,
Completely
look.
joking.
Don't
That's
listen to this,
completely
Coach Head.
Yeah, the guy
Or
said,
Mom.
The guy said he was going to give me a doctor's note, and he didn't. He said he was going to give me a doctor's note for 3 days, and I was like, all right, if you
I'd
insist.
follow up with that doctor.
100%.
Midterms?
Midterms, it should be this week. It's the week before spring break.
Should be this week.
Mhm.
You might want to.
Religion majors don't really have midterms, which I'm grateful for. We have papers, but we don't have a bunch of exams and tests,
Interesting.
which is nice. I do have one for theology.
Okay. Is it this week?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Okay.
And I do have one for church history on Friday.
Fantastic.
So it's back-to-back exams in the same room, by the way. This is really interesting.
Leave your pencil there.
Make the pencil there. Absolutely.
It's good.
Let's move on from the injury thing. That was, I don't know why we had to bring that up.
You got a boo-boo on.
I do
You
got a
know,
boo-boo on. I got some,
Your tens of listeners.
they're so interested, aren't
Maybe.
they? I mean,
what happened to it?
I guarantee you, this is just from, they were injecting me with like pain meds or stuff, like IV fluid. This isn't the real issue.
Gosh, on the side.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was super weird. I don't know why. I don't know why they inserted it down there by my wrist and not my arm. This is not important for the podcast. This is not what the podcast is about.
Well, you said it's a good.
They care about you.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a good detour. It's a good detour.
The Lord cares about you.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. The Lord does care about you and each and every one of us. He cares about our health. So, trying to tie this all back into my central theme for my podcast. As you guys know, it's called Living for His Glory. And I really like tying my episodes into an application. I'm an application kind of guy, sometimes to the extreme. So, with what we've talked about here with identity, and I know you still sometimes struggle with the practical application on occasion.
Yeah.
With everything we've talked about with Scottie, we talked a lot about identity. We talked a lot about playing from a source, not for it, not trying to earn. I'm really curious about what y'all's spins would be on, hey, like to you listener, this is how you get to live for God's glory this week. This is how you get to apply it for to your life, and not quite, but maybe not for your life, but for God, like for the expansion of His kingdom, and in a way. And I think if you do that, you just add to your life anyway. So I think living for God, think about it, like that's. If you're living for God, you're living to the purpose that you were created for.
Yeah.
If you're living to the purpose you were created for, it just doesn't get better than that.
In terms of application, I think it's funny. I get the privilege often on Tuesdays and Thursdays of driving my 3-year-old to school. And most of the times we're working on Proverbs 15:1, which is a gentle word turns away wrath. She says rats, which is hilarious. She'll go, a gentle word turns away rats. But then she'll say, a harsh word stirs up anger.
So is that like you're talking about Proverbs 15:1, like on the way to school?
On the way to school. That's a verse that we're attempting to speak not only to myself, but also to encourage my daughter.
That's really cool.
Yep.
That's
it's a fun little hang time for us.
That's a good idea.
But that also, in terms of application for her little heart and my little heart, is that there is a choice. There's a choice to use a gentle word or a harsh word, and there's ramifications of what you choose. And so even at 3 years old, she's not 3, but she's almost. But even at almost 3 years old, you can at times see when I challenge her in the moment of going, hey, sweetheart, we can choose to use a gentle word towards mommy and daddy or our sister, or we can use a harsh word, and there's consequences of each choice.
Yeah.
Those are some little fun applications that I'm seeing with my daughter. My own personal life, talking about the Sermon on the Mount, verse 13, you are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its saltiness, But if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? You are the light of the world, a city set on a hill cannot be hidden.
Yeah.
Those are just motivating things to me going throughout my day of going, hey, stop, reorient. I so desire to have a godly perspective at all moments, at all times, and in all ways. And Lord, remind me that I am the seasoning of the earth. You have given me the gift of faith. You have given me the gift of your Son. I have his righteousness, and so now I am called to go be the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
And that's just the applications for me as I get more and more used to repeating those verses, those incredible texts in my mind, that it actually begins to work more deeply in my mind and my heart. That I want to jump more into the mission of God and complete and be a part of what he has called me to do. Letting my light shine before others so they would see my good works and give glory to their Father who is in heaven. I'd say memorization of that little passage in the Sermon on the Mount is filled with application and encouragement.
Yeah.
And that's Matthew 5:13 through 16.
It is. I'm glad you brought that up, considering I missed Trevor talk about that a couple weeks ago.
Here it is.
So I'm really glad
Stuck with me.
I got my fix now.
Trevor
so now,
telling me to be the salt.
The pieces of the story, the pieces of the Sermon on the Mount, are flowing back into
Yeah.
me. I just got to piece together.
It was fun. Quick caveat to that: my daughter was actually at that, and we were talking about
I
salt
really
so
wish I
much
came now.
that she grabbed the salt shaker at home and poured it all on the table, and she was like, "Daddy, is this salt? What is salt?"
Now
And
I'm sad.
it's like, how do you really explain that to a 2.5-year-old? So anyway, we would wade through that. But that, attempting to answer your question about application, I think those are some things that I find myself repeating to our family and to myself pretty often.
That's good. That's really good. I'm sad because I wanted to see mini majors.
Yeah.
I need to see a mini majors.
Little Colin, she's pretty.
Yeah, if anything stuck, that's God's grace. That's not me.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, I think like a few application things from talking about the identity thing and applying it to sport. I think, in Ephesians 4, there's a putting off and then there's a putting on. And it's a continual theme throughout of, it says, put off the old self which belongs to your former inner life and is corrupt through deceitful desires and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Put on the new self created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. And I think there's an element of having the awareness of like, when you're on the golf course, and one thing for me was people pleasing, really caring what coach thought, caring what the CGF guy thought. And Ephesians 6 says, not by the way of eye service, people pleasers, but as bondservants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, rendering service with goodwill as to the Lord, not to man. And then in Galatians 1:10, it says, for am I seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. And so I think there's an element of at first repenting of it and then going, Lord, I'm sorry. I've been trying to please man. And then help me walk in the way that your word instructs me. And then reminding yourself of that, of a prayer of like, Lord, help me put off my old self, which cares so much about what people think, and help me play for the approval of you. I think is a very practical step for golfers. something William talked about at Friday morning Bible study is like talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, reminding yourself what the truth is. Like in that situation of having that verse memorized, or whatever the case may be, of catching yourself, having that awareness and saying, no, this is what the truth is. This is what the Bible says, and my identity is in that. The Lord created us, gave us His word. There's no authority above His. And if that's the greatest authority out there, which it is, then I'm resting in what He says about me.
Yes.
And reminding yourself of that truth. So putting that off, putting it on, and reminding yourself of the truth. You know, that some of the practical steps I think
It's good.
you can do. Yeah.
This time, have either one of you ever read The Freedom of Self-Forgetfulness?
Wonderful book.
Wonderful book. I remember Ben Crane mentioned it, I think, in the fall, and I was really happy that he did. Have you read it?
I have not.
I think you can read it in 30 minutes.
Yes, you could.
I actually see it right there.
It is right there. It is supporting.
It's so small, it doesn't really prop up.
It doesn't, but
it's here.
It's on there. It is supporting
It's here.
what we're doing right now in this podcast. But it is tiny. You can get 30 minutes to an hour.
Wonderful book.
Yeah, if you read it in an hour, you're a slow reader.
Probably.
And so I went through this book step by step with a mentor I have here on campus, a guy named Isaac Thrasher. He works with another. It's like CGF. It's called
Shout out Thrash.
Athletes in Action. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so they work on campus here. They're really good.
Very cool.
And I walked
That's
through
great.
with him over February, I think it was, last year, and it completely changed how I thought about life.
Wow.
Went into spring break.
Praise the Lord. That's great.
Yeah. Practicing golf over spring break, thinking about it, implementing it in my mind. And the biggest takeaway that I took was this sense of affirmation. And so I always thought about affirmation as, I am a good golfer, and telling myself enough that I convince myself of that, and once I convince myself of that, I'm going to be that, right? Once I convince myself I'm a good golfer, I'm going to be a good golfer. But affirmation from, we know that affirmation from other people is fleeting, because people's opinions change, right? If you put too much stock in someone else's opinion of you, it's going to change, and it's just going to be in a constant state of flux. But if you put too much emphasis on what you think about yourself, there's a lot of bad things come from that too, because I'm sure Draegen, has anybody ever talked to you as bad as you sometimes talk to yourself?
No.
Probably not. You probably wouldn't let that person talk to you, would you?
No.
Or you, Trevor, would you?
No.
The way
I wouldn't be
that
friends with that guy.
No, the way that I talk to myself, I think if somebody else came and talked to me like that, I think I might hit them. And I don't like hitting people. I'm not a violent guy, but
that's why we got to stop ourselves.
Exactly.
And remind ourselves of what the truth is.
Exactly, because when I started thinking about what does God say about me, what kind of I think there's 32 affirmations in the Bible about who we are as people. Huh. The one I keep going back to is I'm beautifully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
And so when I was on the golf course and I hit a bad shot, it's natural to be like, dang it, I suck. What am I doing? And instead of being like, whoa, hold on, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. Like that kind of thing. And then remembering these different affirmations that really just put things into perspective. The Lord of the universe says I'm this. Anything that says I'm not that has to be a liar. Anything that I hear or tell myself or believe that doesn't align with what God said about me, the guy who created me and the whole universe, it's just got to be a lie. And so this lie that I suck because I sliced one in the trees or out of bounds or in a water hazard or whatever, I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. That doesn't align with the gospel. It doesn't align with the authentic Jesus that you were talking about at the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah, you might just not be very good at golf.
Who knows?
If you keep slicing it out of bounds, you might just not be very good.
Yeah, so you might not be very good at golf, but you yourself don't suck.
You're not a bad person.
100%.
Yeah, that book is really cool because it talks about your life like a balloon, your ego like a balloon.
Yeah.
If you let other people fill that balloon, it's like this all the time. But then an overinflated balloon has the opportunity then to blow up. And what it was drawing our attention to was just the biblical concept of, it's not thinking of yourself less, it's just thinking of yourself less often.
Yeah.
So I was CEO at College Golf Fellowship. I'll never forget, somebody was asked in a staff meeting, hey, how are you doing? And the guy paused and he sat there and he thought for a while and he said, haven't really thought about that in a while.
Yeah.
And Brad gave him the greatest praise of going, you're probably in a really healthy position in terms of contentment, enjoyment, walking closely with the Lord, because you're just not spending that much time thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that was the whole concept of the book, of you just, speaking of guys doing things really well. I remember Sam Stevens in college, who's now becoming a successful PGA Tour player. He would hit it. He'd hit it a mile offline into the trees. It was so gone, and he didn't yell. He didn't get frustrated. He didn't anything. He just calmly walked to his golf bag, into the ball pouch, grabbed the ball, put it back on a tee, and hit another one.
Yeah, that does not sound
And
like
he didn't.
me.
And he didn't say anything. And I'm sure inside he was boiling, but from my perspective, you just thought, "There's a guy that just made 2 swings." And it was like oddly unique. So, yeah, not thinking of yourself too highly, not thinking of yourself too little. But the whole concept of the book is just thinking about yourself less often.
Yeah,
And it's a really great book.
it is a fantastic book. If you like, it's literally like an hour-long read, maybe.
Yeah.
It's $5 on Amazon.
Isn't that cheap? Sure.
Yeah, it is, because I had to buy. That's my second version of it, because I gave my original version.
Look down below. He's got a promo code for you.
Oh my! No, I do not. You don't need a promo code on something that's like $5.
20% off.
I gave it to a friend of mine. He just graduated last year, and I asked for it back, and he said he had lost it. He didn't even read it. He just lost it. And I was like, whatever. So I got my new version. So if you want,
Trev's looking it up. How much we got here?
Wow, he knows his stuff. $4.99.
There it is.
$5. Because like I
There
said,
it is.
I ordered it.
Delivered
It's
to your front door
It was
in
$5.
36
Yeah,
hours.
it's $5 then. It's $5 now, and I think it's such a low price to pay for a book that's
amazing.
that deep and
Yep.
that amazing.
You know what?
Trevor, you should buy it right now.
And they always say, read books from dead guys. And sadly, we lost an amazing man of God in Timothy Keller.
Tim Keller is the man. He's a fantastic
Boom,
theologian.
just ordered it.
Trevor just ordered it. Like you
can
too can look out here on the same
Promo code down
promo.
below.
I don't have a promo code. That's false advertising about Draegen. But please go buy this book. It changes. It changed. At least changed my life. At least changed the way that I thought about it. And I think it can do the same with you. That's good. Either you two have anything more to add?
What do we got?
I don't know. I know you always got something to add.
Why don't you tell your listeners something you're really excited about today while you're playing?
I am really excited. I'm really excited to talk to my playing partners. I'll tell you what, I think that's my favorite part about every round.
Who are we playing with today?
I don't know. Has Coach sent out tee times yet?
Coach, have you sent out tee times yet?
Who knows? Maybe I'll send
Nobody
this-
responded.
Oh, he's typing right now. He might be seeing them.
Wow.
Like
There
it
you
says
go.
he's
Off the pattern.
typing.
What do you got to shoot today? Playing 18 or 9?
No, playing 9. Okay, no. He
What do we
sent
got to
them out.
shoot today to solidify your chances of going?
I've got no idea. Anybody we got guys that can shoot anywhere between 35 and 40. We
So
legitimately-
34, you're in.
So yes, we should be. And that's typically a good number. 35 was tied. Like me and Laird shot 35 yesterday. We were tied for low guys.
Whoa.
That's with me
Sleeping
finishing.
on the lead, some would say.
Yeah, some would say.
In your case, you didn't sleep on the lead.
I guess so. I
You
guess
more
so.
napped on the lead.
I'm in that cut. I can show you the leaderboard once we're out of here. But
Okay.
today it's just me and my friend Tebow.
Okay.
Shout out Tebow on the podcast. Tebow's been crushing it. I don't know if I need to get him back in the CGF. Somebody needs to invite him.
He's there, man.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he there last week? He wasn't there last week though. I haven't seen him there. Was he at Taziki's?
I think so.
Was he at Taziki's?
No, he wasn't.
No,
So-
Trevor got
so-
there that week. I think it was a hard week for y'all with qualifying.
Yeah.
He sent us a bunch of stuff. We're excited about what's going on.
Yeah.
too.
Really, he's been talking to me too, and so I remember me and him have a late class today, and he's been like making sure our car rides together to the golf course, they're intentional. We're talking about
Wow,
he's asking me questions about scripture. He's getting really into the faith, and I'm really excited about
That's
it.
sweet.
I'm really, really excited to see it. It brings my heart a lot of joy, and especially that he's coming and asking me. Like,
Come on, now, Tebow.
it's humbling. It's humbling. So shout out Tebow if
Come
you're
on,
listening.
Tebow.
Tebow?
Not Tim.
No.
Different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tim, where did you actually know?
Tim Tebow.
Oh, yeah. I met him. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you I met Tim Tebow?
I think you did tell me that.
Yeah. I played a close to the pin contest with him.
Who won?
He did.
No, he did not. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's funny. My dad beat both of us.
Way to go, Dad.
I'm serious. My dad beat both of us. So, Dad, if you're
Way to go,
listening
Papa
to
B.
and my dad will listen to this, and he will send me a text and be like, "Yeah, that's right, I did." I
Come
guarantee
on.
you, when this comes out Monday, like my dad's gonna send me a text that evening or something that says, "Hey, yeah, just remember Who beat you and Tim
That's
Tebow?
right.
And it goes to the pin contest.
Yep.
Papa Barrett.
We got a signed Tim Tebow football out of it. Has the Gators logo on it. Tim signed it. It's at our lake house. He'll send me a picture of that and he'll be like, "Yeah, that's right. Guess what happened?"
Flex.
He flexes it. He does. I said, "Let's go out to the real golf course. We practice real golf." And he goes, "No, I'm good. I'll stay right here in my office with my Tim Tebow football." Yeah. Thank you guys for coming on. Trevor, do you have anything you want to say?
Man, no, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
It's been a joy to be able to walk alongside of you guys and come along in any way to be a friend in golf, life, or faith. So it's our joy, and thanks for having us today.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks a lot.
You guys
Appreciate
are fantastic.
Hey, I think you should give our listeners a little howl, given the Grayson shirt.
Yeah, I got a Grayson golf shirt. It's fun because this is the Grayson. The logo, for those that don't know,
Promo code at the bottom.
There's no promo code, Draegen. I'm not sponsored. Living for His Glory podcast is not sponsored. If you can hook me up with one, that'd be nice. You guys, because I know.
Give us a howl. Maybe Grayson was listening. Give us a little.
No, I'll let your howl be it. I'll let you.
You know what we call that? All hat, no cattle.
All hat, no cattle. Is that a Dallas saying?
It's just a cowboy thing.
Just a saying.
Yeah.
Just a cowboy. You're just a cowboy.
All hat, no cattle. I'm all hat, no cattle. I'm sorry, Ed.
You confuse me.
Thanks
But
for
I
having
love
us.
you. I love you to death. I know Will Kane knows Webb, right? Has he introduced you to Webb yet?
Yeah.
Don't tell Webb about this. Webb might listen, but probably not. So what you were saying earlier about what he said on the 17th, like in 30 years, I remember seeing Webb win it. I don't remember the year. I remember
2010, I believe.
Yeah, like I remember just watching it as a kid. I just don't remember the year.
At Olympic.
At Olympic.
So like I
I
didn't
remember the
year.
Birdman.
Yeah.
It's honestly the most memorable champion because of the bird guy.
So it just proves that point. I don't it's been 15 years, 16 years.
When Webb said, "Have fun in jail, buddy. Have fun spending time in jail."
Shoot, I don't think it was 2010.
No.
Might have been 2011. Gosh.
I think it's before that. 2008.
It can't be. No, it's not 2008. It's later than that. It's got to be in the tens.
2012.
2012. I was 8 years old.
Sorry, Webb. I apologize. I should know that.
Sorry, Webb.
Yeah, I mean,
I just validated his point.
I didn't even remember the year. Like
I had a CGF retreat.
That's
I saw that trophy. I should have had that.
Yeah, should have had that.
Should have had
ingrained.
that ingrained. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it just proves that point of everything. It's fleeting. Like everything under the sun, it's vapor. It's what I think the word's hesed, maybe the Hebrew word for it's vapor that's used in Ecclesiastes. Somebody fact check me on that sometime. But it is a really good lesson. Absolutely. Draegen,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Enjoyed it.
Trevor,
Lucas,
thank you.
thanks for
I
having
really
us,
enjoyed
buddy.
Your hands are cold. Why are your hands so cold? Like, come
Trying
on.
to go to Baja.
He's trying to go to Baja. Baja's a good place to go. It's 10 minutes from campus.
Promo code at the bottom.
No, get it. Jesus. One day, I hope we get a
Chili
promo
burrito.
code. I hope we get a promo code one day. I want to make it. I want a promo code.
Started here, right at Tribeca.
Started here right at Draegen
Yep.
Nazarene University.
Come on.
Great.
Well,
Awesome.
boys, it's been fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Living for His Glory. I had such an amazing time making it, and I really hope it connected and impacted you on a significant level. I love making and recording episodes like these. I truly believe that they fulfill the Living for His Glory mission, which is to help you break free of your worldly chains and step into the person that God has called you to be. I love you guys. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I hope that it changes something about how you do this week. I hope you have a good day and a good week as we continue to get ready for next week's episode. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you later.